and the craziness continues. Welcome back. Pardon the mess in the gear dome, the maid did not show up. So the other day, I wanted to patina a knife, a very special knife, and I didn't want to do the traditional patinas with the vinegar and the mustard, and I didn't want to gun blue it. I was looking for, I don't know, an alternative method to forcing a patina. So I went on YouTube and searched around, and I finally came across the video by Dave Canterbury of Wilderness Outfitters, who did a natural patina um, using just resources he had in his area. Sorry for the shadow. The lighting in here is pretty crappy. And what he used were these. These are black walnut hulls. And I thought that that was the coolest video I had ever seen. So I decided, well, I don't want to put that, I don't want to try this experiment on a good knife because I don't know if I'll do it right or how it'll turn out. I mean, it seems pretty basic and pretty simple. So I went with, the mustard, and I put a little design on the blade and whatnot. So I'm going to do this experiment this evening, and I wanted to bring you guys along with me so you could see how it works, if it works. These holes, they look like they're a little bit past their prime, maybe. I'm not even sure. Um, but what the process is, there are tannins in the hulls, which are used to dye leather and other materials. And there's another natural occurring substance that's made in the plant called juglones. Yes, juglones. Now, Mr. JP Frogtack, that is not a rent-a-booby. For those of you that don't know, JP at Frogtack Gear Sanctuary loves boobies. All right, back on subject. And there's also iodine in it, and the iodine is the chemical that forces the patina. So we're going to give this a shot, and we're going to see if it will work. So what I chose to do is take my Mora companion and force a patina on this. This is carbon steel. I did clean the blade up because it was all crappy with fat wood and other things. So what you do basically is you cut in. Now, a little word of caution if you happen to have these resources in your area, want to try it. Disposable gloves. Why? Because the tannins will dye your hands like a darkish, blackish, brown, and green, and I don't want to walk around with that color on my hands. So what we do is we cut into these. Now there is like a seed in there. And what Mr. Canterbury did was he took these pieces apart. And what he basically did was squeeze, I want to get this in frame, all this gunky stuff as much as he could out on the blade. I don't know, I don't want to touch the handle like that. If you can see that, you can see the color on there. And he's like, just squeeze out as much of this as you can and coat the blade, both sides. Oh, that's ugly. Okay. I'll take another little piece here. Oh, I'm so glad I wore gloves. And you can see the tannin in that hull. Oh, I got it on my handle. Let it come off. All right, and he says to let this sit on there for approximately 10 to 15 minutes and let this liquid pool right on there. I'll flip it one more time. Make sure the entire blade is covered. So, I think we're good to go. So, I'm going to let that sit for about 10 or 15 minutes, and then I won't make you sit there with me and watch it. And I'll bring you back, okay? See you in a minute. Welcome back. It's been almost 15 minutes, so this is what we got going on. So let's wipe her off, because you don't want to let it dry if you can help it. What do you think? Get it into the light. It doesn't look too terribly bad. I'd say there's a patina on there. If I can get it to show. Very interesting. Kind of like that. I suggest, if you want to do this, to do it on a knife that, is not very expensive, or, that you don't mind making a boo-boo with. But I'd have to say that patina, it came out pretty good. Dave had let his set on there a little too long, and it kind of blotched and left areas where it didn't cover. I mean, would I say that this is like, long lasting? I don't know. Like I said, I've never done it before. You're going through it with me the first time, but we're going to see. I think it looks pretty decent. I really do. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you learned something. These black walnut hulls are also used for medicinal purposes, and a lot of medicinal purposes, which I really don't know a whole lot about, but there are toxins in there. So you want to be careful and do your research before, you mess with anything out there. But just wanted to give this a shot and bring guys along. Hope you enjoyed it. Leave me some comments about what you think. Hit the like button and subscribe, and we'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.